What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are keeping it going with our 4th episode of exploring all the Sims 4 packs. We're exploring all the packs, and I want to go in order, specifically the expansion packs. Don't forget, expansion packs, guys. The expansion packs. Since we are exploring all the Sims 4 expansion packs, on today's episode, episode number 4, we are exploring Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. Let's talk about this. And as always in my Exploring the Pack series, I want to go back in time so that we can better understand some of these packs, at least a little bit. I don't dive super deep because, well, this would be incredibly too long. So let's dive in. With every single Sims game, there has been a pets variation of this game. I mean, since The Sims, they've always come out with a pet version of this game. They always come out with a pet expansion pack every single time. The Sims had The Sims Unleashed, and then it was The Sims 2 Pets, and then The Sims 3 Pets, and now The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs. The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs was released in 2017. It's weird how it feels like 2017 was like yesterday. I really blame the C word. You know who you are. With the release of The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs pack, I think a lot of people were expecting it to be like the previous pack, which is why I like to talk about the previous packs and the packs that these are like a successor to, I guess you could say. Like The Sims Unleashed. With that pack, it just added like, you know, normal pets to the game, and you couldn't edit them. But you could teach them tricks and like click fetch and all that stuff, right? The Sims 2 was when they added the feature of create a pet. Let's be clear. When these like pack pets come out, it's kind of like Sims' attempt at having a new form of Sim added to the game. Which is why I think so many people were disappointed in the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack. Like with the Sims 2 Pets expansion pack, you could do create a pet, and there was a bunch of breeds and colors and stuff. Like it was a vibe. It was a total vibe. And if I'm not mistaken, it was one of Sims' best-selling packs at the time because of how amazing it was. And then the Sims 3 Pets had all the same features, and then it added even more features. Like they added horses. I don't remember horses being in the Sims 3 Pets. I'm like, how did I block that out? When I was refreshing my memory, looking up, okay, let me make sure like I'm remembering correctly. I remembered everything correctly except there being horses. What? So there was horses in The Sims 3, which kind of allows me to understand a little bit better the disappointment people had with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs specifically. Because with that pack, you didn't get all of the pets that were to come in the game, right? Like in The Sims 3, I think that was when they first released like raccoons and stuff like that. Like with The Sims 3 Pets. With The Sims 4, they kind of took a little bit to give us everything. I mean, with The Sims 3 Pets, you even had like small pets, I believe. Like I think you had like hamsters and guinea pigs, fish. But with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, it's like Maxis was like, this is only our 4th pack, you feel me? So we're gonna make you work for it. And they did. They truly did. And with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, it, you know, brought back foxes and, like I said, raccoons. But again, other than having cats and dogs, foxes and raccoons didn't really give us that much with this pack. Even with the added breeds, it wasn't as impressive as The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. I mean, I was kind of underwhelmed with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs Create a Pet, but I was also low-key mad because they were able to do things in the Create a Pet that I was like, I should be able to do this in Create a Sim. Like, I should be able to do this when I'm dealing with my Sim, where there's certain things you can like customize, like with their coats and stuff that you should be able to do that with your Sim's hair or skin tone or clothes. Like, it was just like, you trying to piss me off, Maxis? It was just like, I couldn't understand it, you know? So I get people's frustration when it comes to cats and dogs. Do I think you need the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack in your game? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those packs that's just either you hate it or you love it, but you get it anyways because it's just a part of like the Sim lore. Yeah, I still think you kind of need it in your game. Do I think your game will be perfectly fine without it? Yes. With the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, a bunch of new features were added, as they should be when you get an expansion pack. Like the new world, Brittleton Bay, I think is how you say it. That's the world that was added. I believe that was the only world that you can see stray animals walking around, at least that they like specify. I'm pretty sure you can see them in other worlds too. Like there's other integrations, you know, like the Jungle Adventure one. I think you can see stray animals walking around, and you can see, I've seen them in City Living. I'm like, whose dog is this? You know, like, but all of that was introduced in the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs pack. Along with the new world, you can also open vet clinics, which I feel like kind of went hand in hand with them releasing the Get to Work pack as their like first expansion pack that they released for the Sims 4 series. Like, when you connect dots the way I do, all of it just makes sense in here. There was a bunch of new items added to this game, but something I get asked a lot is when the robot vacuum came. I get asked it a lot during my live, like when did they add in the robot vacuum that's on the game? That came with the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs pack, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because usually pets are terrified of a vacuum. So of course Sims, in their terror and their fear, they're like, you know what? This is perfect chaos. Add in a robot vacuum to just freak out the pets. And whenever I've used the robot vacuum, my pets were not into it. Like, they were like, oh, you hate me. Got it. Didn't know you hate me. Crazy. But a bunch of objects were added in, you know, a bunch of cat stuff, a bunch of dog stuff, but not enough to make me go, oh, wow. Because if you're a dog owner, if you're a cat owner, if you're a small pet owner, you know there's way more stuff out there than what the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs pack was offering versus the Sims 3 pets and the Sims 2 pets, which is kind of cray-cray. With the objects, I did think it was kind of interesting that they made obstacle courses, but when I say I never use them, I never use the obstacle courses. But also with the vet clinic, you can also become a veterinarian, which I think is really cool. So there's like a veterinarian skill that you can get, and you can turn any lot into a vet. You just can't, you know, live there at the same time. I mean, now you maybe can with the Sims 4 Businesses and Hobbies pack. That'd be something cool to explore, to see if you can make like a mom pa vibe, like vet clinic, and like their house is next door to their clinic. Like, that would be cute. That's a cute idea. There was new lot traits added in, which like I said, the lot traits were introduced with Sims 4 City Living, just so that we know this. There's new lot traits added in where it could be like pet friendly lot, dog friendly, cat friendly, like things like that. That's probably what draws in the strays. Like, if my brain is doing what my brain should be doing, that's probably what draws in the strays, is those lot traits, like, for sure. And it can also be a breeding ground. I've never actually had any of my pets on The Sims 4 like have kittens or puppies or anything like that. Typically because my household is usually a one pet household. So there'll usually be like a dog or a cat in there. Or I'll have a dog and a cat. So, and they technically added in 4 like sim traits for this pack, which is kind of a lot. I mean, 2 of them were traits you had to kind of like earn in a way. They were like rewards. But the other 2, cat lover and dog lover, obviously, if that is your whole personality, which for some people it is. But when you think about the packs that had previously come out, like prior to Cats and Dogs, that's kind of weird that this one came with like 4-ish, I guess you could say, because the other ones either came with like 1 or 2 so far. you know, in this list because we are on episode 5. Right along with the veterinarian skill, there was also the pet training skill. So the pet training skill, if you have a dog in your household, you'll start building that by accident if you start training them like to sit, stay, come, don't bark, don't do this. Like, you'll start training them on accident if you have any dogs or cats in your house. And it does, you know, it comes in handy, but I don't know. I digress. Let's continue. Of course, with all the Sims 4 games, I'm noticing, because I don't think I've really paid attention to this, but there was new like food added, new food stalls. And if your sim goes and eats at these food stalls, they learn the recipe. But I think you have to have a certain high cooking skill for them to actually learn the recipe, but it's possible. So if you go to Brittleton Bay, if they eat from the food stalls there, they'll learn those recipes, which that's kind of cool. You know, it gives you incentive to visit the world, I suppose. And of course, there was new like collectibles added, like you can collect feathers. That never really interested me. Honestly, the collectibles have never interested me ever, like ever on The Sims 4. But there's new collectibles that came with The Sims 4 cats and dogs, and those new plants, like you can grow catnip. If you know, you know your kitties be loving some catnip. They added in pet treats and gourmet pet food. Like you can actually make pet food for your pet, which is kind of cute, you know, like if you're into doing that on the game. Your pets could also find like mystery boxes. I never really let my pets out. Sometimes my sim is so busy that she's just not paying like all of her attention to her pet, and then my pet would get mad and run away. So I just be locking them in. So I've never gotten a mystery box from one of my pets before. There's also a new woohoo location at the lighthouse in Brittleton Bay. I don't think I've ever had my Sims do that. But I've seen videos, like I've seen people do it before. And then also there's the Simstagram for pets, where your pet can have its own like social media page. Also with the Sims 4 cats and dogs pack, you can do something that, like I said before, the Sims games, like the old Sims games, all of the packs used to kind of like work off of each other. And you can kind of do that with this pack. Like there's like integrations like with Realm of Magic, the Jungle Adventure pack, and with the For Rent pack, where you can like restrict your tenants from bringing in pets. I like that. It's very similar to real life, you know. And I have my reservations about the Sims 4 cats and dogs pack because they took away a feature that I simply love in the Sims 3, which is you could control your pet like it was a sim. You know, like you could select that pet and you could control them as if they were just another sim. You can't control your pet anymore on the Sims 4 cats and dogs, and I feel like that was such a big mistake. Now, I get it, because in real life, you can't control your pet. You know, I mean, like to an extent you can, but they still have their own minds. You know, like you don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they want. But that sucks. Like I wish I could see my dog's wants and needs. And sure, there's mods, there's cheats, there's things that you can download to be able to see their mood and how they feel and like all that stuff. But I shouldn't have to add something to my game to have that feature when I already had that feature on the Sims 3 pets. And I think the Sims 2 pets as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let me show you guys the world and a couple lots that's on the Sims 4 cats and dogs. So this is Brittleton Bay on the Sims 4 cats and dogs. This is what the world would look like if you went to go travel with your sim. As always, there's always like 3 little areas that your sim can travel to. Here we have Savile Square, we have Cavalier Cove, and we have Whisker Man's Wharf. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I rarely come to Brittleton Bay. There's just not much here. Like I'm here when my pet gets sick. And I gotta take him to a vet clinic because I never drop any extra vet clinics. I just use Brittleton Bay. So unfortunately, unless my pet gets sick, I'm never here. So truthfully, I've never even really explored Brittleton Bay like that. I have been to the museum because of the lighthouse, but I've never used that feature, if you know what I mean. And I almost forgot, there's Dead Grass Isle. So there's 4 in this. You see, I'm never, guys, I'm not in this world. I am never in this world. Let's go ahead and explore. Let's just go big or go home. Let's explore a couple of the lots, and you guys can tell me how you feel. Okay, we are currently at the museum, which is right next to the lighthouse. Jeffrey Landgrab, can you like not? Oh, my girl gonna go brew some tea. She's like, I can't. Okay, so this is the museum. Right outside, of course, there's a bathroom. I've only visited this place like once or twice. There's a vampire. This is what it looks like all together. Very old school looking. It's so just like not my vibe. I do love this little sculpture of what I believe to be Brittleton Bay, or I guess maybe it's like just of like this little lighthouse part. It's cute. This is cute. But it's so horribly empty. Like, this is depressing. The vampire asked for an autograph? Or, oh, maybe he attempted like a friendly introduction. Sorry it's so late. But yeah, you can explore this area. This is the lighthouse. You can go upstairs to the lighthouse. Goodbye, y'all. Your favorite celebrity gotta dip out. Okay, and then it takes you to the very top of the lighthouse, which is pretty cool. It's a cool little feature. If she was in a relationship with somebody and if they were here, if I clicked on this or anywhere up here truly, they would woohoo. So that's cool. But yeah, this is a pretty cool lot. It's a little hard to see because it's so dark. But another cool thing about this lot, I don't know if most people know this, but you can travel back to like the mainland. You just click on travel to the docks and your sim will walk over there and travel. Oh, there he is. I can't trust this man because he's a okay. That's right, run. Any case. And when you do that, it takes you back to the mainland or like the bar. But you're basically back on like the bay area of Brittleton Bay. I mean, so since we're here, this is what one of the little bars look like. I've had my Sims have dates at this bar when I felt like switching it up. She was so unexcited to see me. Like, I'm offended. Don't even throw confetti if you can't do it with pizzazz. So, whatever. Who is this again? What's her name? Mila Munch. That makes sense. I guess you just a munch. Okay, and now we're at the vet clinic. I felt like it was important to see the vet clinic. This is what it looks like. A lot of people actually complain about the clinic. Like, they feel like it's not built that well. I don't feel any kind of way, honestly. I feel like I've seen really ugly looking vet clinics in real life, so I don't know what they're basing this on. But this is the clinic. As you can see, oh, is that a dog? No, is that a cat? Oh, poor baby got hot feet. I don't know if that's what it's called, but his feet red. Oh, she's watching streams, gaming streams. This is my Sims, so yeah. But this is the vet clinic. Basically, if your pet had an issue, they would come up to this right here and you would sign in for whatever it was. Checkup, cure sickness, spay/neuter, or you can reverse it. Can you reverse it in real life? I don't know, guys, but I am adopting a kitty cat. Perfect timing to review this pack. Ugh. And also you can come to this like vending machine and you can like purchase pet items. So you can buy like certain pet items like so. You can buy an age down treat, an age up treat. I tend to have my Sims adopt like kittens and puppies. Kittens and puppies are a really big responsibility, just like in real life. So I'm like, just be an adult already. So that's why I bought that. I bought the age down treat before too, to reverse it from an elder to like an adult cat or dog. And the ambrosia pet treat, now that'll bring your pet back to life. I believe you have to feed it to their ghost. I've bought the wellness treat a couple of times because it makes them so healthy. But I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of different things, like a bunch of different like pet items you can purchase from this. But then whatever issue your pet needs, they'll bring them to one of these rooms depending upon what it is. But I think only these two are the exam rooms, and I think these are the like spay and neuter rooms. And then this is one of the parks that comes with the Brittleton Bay world. Of course, everybody loves us everywhere we go. So this is an obstacle course, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to come to this park, because this is what they kind of look like. It's great for training your dog to get them to have something to do and like make them more agile and quick and keeps them like healthy. But I was pretty underwhelmed by it, if I'm being honest. But this is the park. It's, you know, it's nothing really special. There's some cute stuff next to it. Like there's this like fountain area where you can go and sit, and then, oh, here we go. Here's a food stall, right? You can buy pet food, which is actually really cute. Everything's free for Sarah because she's Sarah. You can buy pet supplies. And like some of the supplies that you can get from here, I don't know if it's in build buy mode, because I've come to like the pet supply stalls to get stuff like this burger squeaker toy, or this like bunny squeaking toy. But this bunny squeaky toy came with my it's from CC. So this is one of the lounges that comes with the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs pack from Brittleton Bay. It's kind of cute. It gives country club, like it gives exclusive old country club, we don't want your people here kind of vibes. Like there's reasons why I never visit Brittleton Bay. You see how exquisite this trying to be? It's like we rich. Got a little piano in the back, got a pool in the back. I do love this fire pit though. That's a really cool addition back here. This is adorable. I wish you could actually like sit and do something though, but I guess that is okay, I suppose. But yeah, this is Brittleton Bay. I think the world was built well, you know, like there's more things I could show you. There's more things that we could talk about, but I want you to buy this pack and explore it. One of people's largest complaints though about this pack is the limited amount of pets that came with it versus The Sims 3, The Sims 2. We can't compare it to The Sims because The Sims Unleashed didn't really come with much as far as like pets go, but with The Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, if you know, it was cats, dogs, raccoons, foxes, and then they came out with Sims 4 like little pets or pet stuff, and then like there was hamsters and guinea pigs, and then I don't know what order this was in. Then there was Cottage Living, which gave you sheeps, cows, chickens, llamas. It was like what? And then Horse Ranch came out and you would have horses. So I get people's frustration. Do I think you need the cats and dogs pack in your game to have a good time? No. Do I think you can get by without it? Yeah. Unless you really just want your sim to have a pet. That's the only time I recommend getting it, if you're like, oh my gosh, I want to have a pet, but just know you can't play as that pet unless you have a certain mod or some cheats to be able to do that. And of course, just like all the other expansion packs, this expansion pack is $40. So just know that if you guys are going to purchase it. But yes, these are my 2 cents. Please comment down below, and you have to answer the most important question of the day, which is, will you purchase this pack? But yeah, thank y'all for chilling with me. If you like my content, please go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts, especially about this pack. Go ahead and press the subscribe button so that we become besties. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.